journey has been nothing short of interesting and inspiring.
This is what happened.
At just 18, he signed his first professional contract with Novalda CF in Valencia, Spain, making history as the first Welsh player to ever join the team, which, by the way, famously beat FC Barcelona in 2003. Known for his unbelievable agility and dribbling skills, he doesn't just take the spotlight on the field. No, his contagious joy for life shines just as brightly off it. After signing with Salisbury FC in the UK at 19 and modelling for a top agency called MKAI, he made a bold move to Catawba College at 21, where we are today. Despite all his success, he's humble and grounded, but very, very confident too. So without further ado, please welcome my good friend, the one and only Shawnee Benham. Let's start off with a common international debate. Soccer or football?
Football.
What you talking?
You didn't even need to finish that sentence. Football was the answer.
Okay, well that just ruined everything I'd planned, but it's fine. Let's start by you taking us back to where you started soccer and how you became the Shawnee Benham we see today.
I didn't actually start football until quite late, compared to most people in the UK start like young, like 6, 5, 4. I played rugby. My brother was a professional rugby player, so I sort of looked up to him. Did a bit of athletics as well. I was quick, so I ran the 100 metres. I didn't actually start football until my 10th birthday, when my dad bought me a pair of boots and basically just said, "You're going to go and train with this team." Some like team in the middle of Cardiff, which is like a very rough area. So I was out myself. Started playing for them for years. I was in love. I loved the sport. I loved watching the sport. I loved watching Man United, Ronaldo at the time. It was quite easy to integrate with my siblings playing football, rugby. So it was easy. Yeah.
That's crazy because it took you 8 years and then you signed your first professional contract at 18.
Yeah.
And then you went UK, Spain, Wales, and USA in like 4 or 5 years. Why so many changes?
I don't think it was a planned thing. I didn't think, okay, I'm going to try and knock off as many countries as possible.
Tickle geography.
I think just the older I got, opportunities did arise to go to different places. And now that I am older, I'm so happy that I made those decisions, because I think to be able to play in all these different countries is it's quite rare. Like, I know a lot of footballers who have played at good levels, high levels, but not many can say, yeah, I've played in 4 countries like I can.
Yeah.
So,
but how did you adjust to everything? Like 4 countries, 4 completely different like cultures and different teammates. Like you did that consistently.
I think it was different for each one, as you can imagine. Going from, for example, Wales to Spain, that's not just like going to the US, that's a different language, different culture. It wasn't easy. I think that was probably the hardest one, going from the UK to Spain, because I was young at the time, 18, 19. But where I was actually staying was a place called Novelda, which was about 20 minutes from Alicante, and that was like an old school Spain town where no one spoke English. So I had to learn, hello, my name is, and all that stuff.
Duolingo.
Yeah, like you're pretty and all that.
Yeah, football players.
Yeah, but so it was tough adapting to those things. But like I said, I think the fact that I was young and doing it, I think that helped me, because I was sort of, young and fearless. I didn't really care. Obviously, you know me now, I'm not really someone who cares about whether I get judged or not. So I was in Spain, I couldn't understand what these people were saying. I was, giving it large in the change room. They probably thought I was an idiot. Being away from family was hard. I missed my family. It was during the COVID era as well. Yeah. So there's a lot of things, I think, going on which made me miss home a lot. Yeah, so that one was probably the hardest. I think the older I've got, the more I've learned it's actually a positive thing to being away. I love my family to bits. I love my hometown. I love my friends. I love everything to do with Cardiff and Wales. But if I can get out and experience different cultures, different people, I think it's just cool to sort of experience that. So,
was there like a team environment that you just thrived in, that you loved?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've had good times in a lot of the teams I've played in. Being in America has been class. To compare the best, I'd probably say when I was 18 and I was at Newport, I was with a lot of boys who I'd grown up with for years, or knew for years.
It's like brotherhood.
Yes. So even though here, you've seen me with some lads, I get on with some lads and I know I'll be friends with them for life. But it was different there because we'd already had 8, 9 years knowing each other. Yeah. So when we were finally allowed to be in one room, all of us together, playing football, getting money for it, we thought we were the dogs and stuff.
Ronaldo 2.0.
Yeah. So I think that environment when I was young, socially, was probably the best.
I mean, Mr. Social Butterfly is your reputation over here.
The king of the night.
How did you find that balance, knowing when to turn on and turn off? Because, I mean, people always have that ideology of like, okay, if I'm going to go professional, it's win at all costs, one thing, that's it. I mean, in your case, you seem to do it all.
Yeah, I think knowing when to turn it off is still a struggle sometimes. But within football, if you want to achieve things, you've got to be insanely driven. You've got to almost be mad. Like, you've got to be like obsessed with it. Like I said, some of the boys I know who have gone to the highest levels, they don't just love football, they're obsessed with it. Like, annoyingly. Like, I'll be chatting with them and then football. They're speaking about football. I'll speak about something else, football. Mate, like, give it a rest. Let's speak about something else. But I think, for me, I think balance is important, because I think, although, yes, I'm so like down for trying to achieve everything you can achieve, work insanely hard, you know, be the best person you possibly can be, I'm a big advocate of we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you know? Whether it's you break a leg and you can't play football again, whether it's a family member goes ill, like anything can happen tomorrow. So I'm a big advocate of living it now. Like, yes, work insanely hard and plan for the future, but the future's not promised. Today, you know, what's that quote from Master Ube Kung Fu Panda? Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So he's right. But also remember, tomorrow's not promised. Enjoy every single moment now in the present. Even the little things. This now, having a podcast in a cold room with my close friend. Yeah, for sure. But have you always had that mentality? I don't know. I think I've been through like adversity on the field, off the field. So that probably like shaped a bit more of that mentality. I think growing up as a kid, I wasn't from the wealthiest of families, and my mum was pretty poor basically, and there was quite a lot of us. There was like 5 of us as siblings. So there was a very mentality of gratefulness. Like, you've got to be grateful for whatever you get. For example, to my friend's house for dinner, who maybe had a bit more money, like, I'd be super thankful. Like, after everything, thank you for this, thank you for that. And they were like, you're so polite. But it's just, that's the mentality we grew up with, because we didn't have much. So yes, I think I had that mentality. Obviously, it's been a bit more sculpted now. Now I have a better understanding of life. And I think with other things I've had to be through, whether it's football, injuries, relationships, friends, family, issues all over, like, once you sort of deal with those issues, I think that makes you a stronger person and have a more of a mentality of stuff can go really bad, so when it is good, enjoy it. And I think when you go through a little bit of bad, you realise actually how much is good. So the smallest of things. I remember speaking to Noah, obviously you know Noah, one of the boys you play with here. So I remember speaking to him, it was like a normal day, we were training, like we were doing a warm-up, nothing special, we were a little bit bored. I literally turned around and be like, how like lucky are we that I'm here now, cracking jokes, making fun of you, like having a laugh with a bunch of boys, 2-3 p.m. on a Wednesday, just playing football, kicking the ball about. Like, I've got no real worries. I go home after, I have some food, I'll speak with you a lot later, I'll probably do a bit of band practice, like, do you know what I mean? So I think even in moments where you think, oh, there's not much to be happy about there, it's important to realise, actually, if you step back and just look at it, you've got so much to be grateful for, you know? That's beautiful. I mean, you're still young now, so what's your plans next? So I don't have a set, like, this one I'm going to go into. I think my biggest goals in sort of life is just like happiness, and I think the things that bring happiness for me have always been, like we said, friends, family, love, enjoyment of life. So I think I want to sort of keep striving to get that. Like I said, half and half, the sort of balance. I also do want to achieve what I think I have the potential to in football terms. I think I was blessed with a gift to play football. So yes, I think pursuing that sort of long-term career, I know I've had glimpses here and there, but to have a long-term career in the game is definitely something I want, and I think I have the capability to do so. But I don't think that's it. I think there's a lot of other aspects of life which I really, one, thoroughly enjoy, and two, I'm lucky enough to be good at. So there's no exact plan. I know I'm going to Australia next February to live for a while, to play football and study, so that'll be cool. But I think it's very much the case of, like, I'm picking it up as I go along. You know? And I think that's important, because I just preached about the whole live in the now. That's what I'm doing. I'm sort of practicing what I'm preaching, so I think I'll find the exact next step. I mean, it seems like it works. I've been lucky so far. I've been alright. Trying to, you know, conquer the world, but also enjoy the world. I'm going to ask you the one question that I ask everyone that I interview. So what's your definition of success? What's my definition of success? Having a positive impact on this world, simple as that. Not like just having a positive impact on this world, whether be it through career and making money and having the ability to help others financially, whether it's the ability to help others laugh, if you're born with sort of the gift of the gab and you make people laugh, I think that is for me success. So I think a bit philosophical mind, but I do think just having a positive impact on the world is the best success anyone can have. For example, my mum, to bring her back, she is not very rich, she never had any money, she's not the sportiest a lot. She's the nicest woman you'll ever meet. The nicest woman you'll ever meet. She'll put other people in front of her all the time. To my head, you could argue that she's not successful. She's not successful on paper, but in my opinion, to be a person that like pure and good, and also have a family of 5, talented kids in different ways, for me, that's success.
So she's been the most influential person in your life, you think?
Person, I would say my brother, my brothers, they're all older, and my sister actually, they're all, I'm the younger sibling, so they were quite good to look up to in certain ways. To learn what to do, what not to do, see if they failed at this, then at least I know. And I think we all have an idea of that in the family. That
I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
You see the older sibling, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes like they need to
do something and then you'll do it.
Yeah. And I'm the youngest, so I've had like, he'll try this, he tried that.
You've had 5.
Yeah, it's just filtered down, so that's why I'm perfect, because I just know exactly.
Okay, yeah, he's perfect, not a flaw at all. Sure.
Yeah, so I think my siblings were influential on me big time. There's a lot of names in football. I could be here for a long time.
But who stands out?
It's probably a surprising answer considering the places I've been, the teams I've played for. But it's probably my school coach.
High school? Yeah,
my high school coach. He also coached like the county, but I kind of knew him through the school. Dan Hughes, he was called. Shout out Dan. He was, I think he was my biggest influence because I think he changed a lot of my attitude and mentality. So as you know, I'm quite arguably like quite cocky person, quite confident.
No, never.
Yeah. But when I was younger, it was like the other way. Like I thought I was God's given gift to the world. No one could tell me anything. But he sort of erased that, I think, from me. I think I was at maybe crossroads when I was, 13, 14, 15, where it was, do I maybe go that route of football, trying this, trying that, trying to achieve things, or do I do what maybe a lot of people in cities like Cardiff do and go the other way, maybe whether it's just like sesh, drugs, drink, girls. He was a big part to play in me going this way. The best example I can give is when I was in, I think, year 9. Yeah, about 14 years old. I love Les Mis, the show, Les Miserables, the French. Do you hear the people sing? You don't know Les Mis? Thanks for having me today, and that's it. Are you serious? You don't know Les Mis? Okay, I think it's allowed. Can I just play you a song quick? See,
never cease to amaze me, Shawnee.
I'm almost angry. It's a musical. It's the world's biggest musical. Somehow you don't know it, but it is. Anyway, it's based on like a French Revolution. It's just a very good musical. Anyway, I loved that. I was obsessed with it as a kid. Listened to the songs like all the time. Anyway, my school were doing like a Cardiff Welsh edition of the show. So this came up, and like deep down I thought, nah, like you've got to go for that. Anyway, like my sister went and auditioned, and she got it. She got her role as she's one of the main characters. She got that. So that like again was like feeling my sister. She's got it. Like you've got to go into it. Anyway, after a lot of thinking to myself, I thought, like I didn't say this to anyone because I was too cool. The footballer, the cool kid in the year, was not going to go and
do theatre.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, I made the decision, I'm not going to do it. And he knew full well that this coach now, he knew full well that I was obsessed with it. He literally came in, and he was never like strict. He was a very nice guy. He was quite young. Anyway, he came in, and it was the first time ever he'd put his foot down. He's like, "You're going, like you're doing it." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like I don't want to do it." He's like, no, you're doing it. Like I'm your coach. I'm telling you, you're doing it. So I was like, all right, like, I guess I'm doing it then. So I went and did the audition, did really well.
Your friends must have loved it.
Well, yeah, it was mixed reports, but yeah, so I did it in the end, got the role of Gavroche, who was like this little kid, who was a cheeky chap, so it fitted me well. And yeah, I did the show, and it turned out to be one of the best experiences in my entire life. And that was, thanks to him. So I'm always in sort of debt to him to... Now look at me, if I was in any you give me a Les Mis show now, I'd do it like this.
For sure.
So I think...
I mean, Friday night, we've got our personal performance. You singing, right? Brickhouse Band.
Yeah. I'm not going to say much, but all I'm going to say is, get ready.
Okay.
We've had 2 performances before. You've missed both, right? And they were more like rock.
I saw on the Instagram. I stalked the Instagram.
Yeah, but it's never as good. I want to clarify this online, it's never as good. Like, it's
Okay.
so much better in real life. When I do it, I come off thinking, oh my word, I'm a joke. Go back and watch it, and it's like, it sounds rubbish. Do you know? So, yeah, it's not Friday, it's Saturday, and trust me, we've got something up our sleeve.
See, I almost
I don't want
missed
to
it
say too
again.
much, but I will reveal just because the circumstance we're in. We're going to do full-blown, staring into eyes, ballads, love ballads. I'm going to woo the crowd.
I better be front row.
You be
I
front
better
row.
be front
I'm
row.
be full eye contact.
Well,
So
Shawnee, thank you so much for coming and sharing your incredible story and emphasizing your ability to fit in every environment. I'm not going to boost your ego, but I mean, honestly, your love for people, for life, for just anything you do is actually contagious. It's helped me a lot to also adjust to different things in my life. Like, we plan one thing, but life happens, you know. Just adapt and adjust. Those that do it faster achieve more, which is obvious in your career.
100%.
So,
Can I just add to that?
Please do.
Just on what you just said then. Just literally came up, as you were saying that, I was going, you're so right, and that's what I said. And I remembered, Charlie Chaplin said, life in a close-up is a horror, but in a, I don't know what the word is, but in a
From a distance.
Yeah, from a distance, basically, it's a comedy. And the way he describes it is that if you're in the mix and you're in life, everything's a horror, everything's worried, stressful, anxious. You step away and just actually sit back and just look at it. In the grand scheme of things, does it really matter?
There's your conclusion. So, thank you so much. Thank you. And until next time.